Alright, what's up y'all? It's LakerFan here. As you tell by the title of today's video, we're here to talk about the top 5 big men builds in NBA 2K20. Now real quick, I want to get out of the way. I did a top 5 point guard build video yesterday. So all this stuff is to get out before Christmas, and I really want to bring that to your attention. But anyway, I want to get out of the way that this big men build video that I'm going over here, this is going to be strictly my opinion. Now, one's like number 1 that we're going to get into right now. Number 1 build is something that a lot of people probably see as the top one, which is the rim sharp, the defender and shooter combo. Now the thing about the build though that I'm going to talk about is that I don't think you should really value strength as much as people do, especially if you're going to play on 3v3. Now on 2s it's a different story to some extent, but I'm just going to show you guys how to build all the builds properly, the best ratings to put for certain things. As you can see, you can really tweak like a couple attributes. Again, these types of videos are for all the new people who are making all their new builds on Christmas, and I really wanted to just explain this. Now, the thing about this build is I think it's best built at a little bit shorter of a height. Now you're going to see you get very minimal shooting badges. Ideally you're not going to get anything more than this anyway though. The 2 is kind of just it has to end up like this. You want the max defensive ability. If you want to take O-board down and put more toward your finishing though, I understand. I think I only put toward O-board for badge purposes, but for the most part, this you're gonna see, like, look at, for all the new people, you're probably thinking, oh, I want to make them 7'3", 6 speed, 6 speed, 6 speed, and then you gain 5 more, and then 3 more, and then 3 more. I feel like 6'9" is the perfect height for this build. You get 75 three-pointer, your interior defense and perimeter defense come out to be very good. Now the thing as well, if you go high on the weight, you get really good interior defense boost, and you don't lose any speed. You only lose acceleration and vert. I really recommend to go with the speed and vert pie chart just because I feel like as a big man, you don't want to be lacking too much. Now, you don't want to be lacking vert too much. Now, one thing to detail the wingspan, if you do max wingspan, you can't get sharp takeover, neither can you with just 1 tick down. If you go 2 ticks down, you can get the spot up shooter takeover. I think this would be best for your playstyle if you choose this build. Now, moving along into this, we're going to go ahead and hop into number 2. Now, that was just the top build, which I think is the most optimal and best for competition. Now, the thing about these next 2, or even 3 moving forward, is it's very easy to fit in on these builds, and I would really recommend to make these. Now, you're going to see with this Pure Lock one, I recommend to go speed pie chart. Now, there's a reason for this, and I'll get into that eventually, but you're going to see we're going with the pure defensive build. So that's the all red pie chart. Now, I'm recommending to go with speed physical pie chart, because with this build I would recommend, whatever you do, play with a versatile defender on your team as well. So I'm talking kind of like a decently sized maybe 3-and-D, or even like a playmaker sharpshooter who's just got decent size to him. The main reason I say this is because you are going to be 6'7", 6'8"-ish, and I'll go ahead and show you just the differences between the two. And right here you can see I'm just showing how to build the build with shooting into it, or how to build it without it. It's just basically you can choose between playmaking or shooting, but I don't recommend to try to balance both. I would just explain it like that. So I'd either recommend to go with this little frame right here, or you can take it off like how I had it before, where you're just lacking on the standing dunk quite a bit. Don't go any playmaking. You're going to be a true role player with this. You're going to set screens, play good defense, shoot the ball when you need to. The 4 shooting badges is sort of enough, but it's tough. It's very tough to do with. If you're new to the game, I would highly recommend, probably not even to make this build in the first place. You could make the next one, which is my main build, and it's very easy to fit in on that build. But I would definitely recommend, don't go any taller than 6'8". You need that 85 driving dunk for the contact dunks, and that is a beautiful thing to have. I am definitely here to tell you that. Now, the other thing about being 6'8", you have great physical attributes. You got 84 speed out the box. If you're new to 2K, they have these little Gatorade facility workouts too, and as you can see at 6'7", it's very good as well. Either way, whichever one you would want more, with more speed or more height, whichever works for you, I would definitely recommend either way. Right here you're going to see I show how to make the 6'7". But anyway, in 2K this year, they have a way of making the Gatorade practice facility, or the Gatorade workout facility. So you can see we have 88 speed on this. Now, with the workout facility, you get +4 to your speed as long as you do a little training with the mashing the left trigger and right trigger back and forth, and you'll get +4 speed. So then you'll have 92. At 99.9, you get +5 on top of that. So you'd have 97 speed at 6'7" with this build. Now, I would definitely recommend go lock takeover. If you want to go 6'8", again, that works perfectly good as well. I would just recommend don't go any higher than 6'8", just for the contact dunk reasons. Now, moving along, number 3, we have my build specifically. Now, the thing about this build, The reason that I don't have it higher, I feel like I have mastered everything with this, and I feel like it can be used really greatly, and I love playing on it. Now, the reason I don't have it higher is just because if honestly I could redo it, I would probably say the pure lock build that I just showed you is better for competition wise, but this is way more fun, and I'm here to explain why. So obviously, as you guys can see, we have the finishing Hall of Fame badges, so that is a nice boost as well. Now you're gonna see if we make this build with proper defense like I didn't make it. Now I'll show you how I made it, and I'll show you how you can make it. I'm just out here tweaking this a little bit, just showing you kind of what you could do to adjust. If you want to end up with probably four playmaking badges, this is doable. You would want quick first step for sure on gold, but you're gonna see I'll tweak this a little bit to the point where I'm just showing you a couple different ways to make it. Now, the thing I'm trying to explain to you guys is I touched my three-pointer on this, and honestly, at first I was telling y'all not to touch it at all. Now, you're gonna see what happens if you don't, like I'm talking about here, where you end up with 7 playmaking badges. You could probably go ahead and take a little bit off your finishing and go with like 19. If I could redo it all over again, this right here is probably what I would do. So you're gonna see the final picture of it. I would just recommend 19 finishing badges, max your three-pointer. You can sort of shoot with bronze quick draw. It's not gonna be ideal, and you're not, especially for the new people to this game, you're not going to enjoy it all that much, but your ability to at least shoot when you're wide open sometimes will still be there. Now, as you can see, I have 22 defensive badges as well. The other reason why I said this video would be a bit controversial is because a lot of people are not going to like the fact that I made these builds at small forward. I'm here to tell all you new people to the game, I promise you, undersized big defense is possible. And as you can see, even if you max out the weight and the wingspan, now I would recommend go down 1 tick on the wingspan. You get the 60 ball control. I would really recommend to keep that. And then, like I said, even if you go down 1 tick on the wingspan, you have 89 block, 86 interior defense, you're 6'9", Hall of Fame defensive badges. I promise you, you can overcome the size mismatches. And you get the slash takeover. I think this is by far the best one in the game. I'll try to put in the end screens of this video too, the takeover video that I've done, that I linked in the last one too. Basically, I did a video explaining what attributes literally just get boosted for every single takeover there is. Now, anyway, I'll go ahead and show this. This right here, number 4, is the Pure Stretch 5. Now, ideally, this is the Pure Stretch 5 right here. Now, I'm going to show you what it looks like. You're going to see there's a lot of attributes you can't really have upgraded that you would want. For instance, like ball handling, some dunking ability as well, and that's just at the fact that this is a center. Now, keep in mind, I did touch O-board on this as well, but now I'm going to show you what this build, again, people are going to be so in their feelings about how most of the builds that I'm making right here, as you can see, are a small forward. Again, the thing about it, if you want to play strictly 2v2, don't make this build. It's simple as that, but this is a dominant big man, quote-unquote, build to run at the 3 in 3v3. Now, in Pro-Am, this doesn't pertain to this. Obviously, this build isn't going to fit in as a big man on the Pro-Am. This is mostly targeted for the 3v3 crowd. So anyway, you're going to see, I would recommend take your free throw down. Again, if you're not planning to play too much Pro-Am, and just in the first place, a Pure Sharp, I would hope, isn't shooting that many free throws in Team Pro-Am. Now, if you're the kind of late game, give the ball to him guy, then I understand that as well. But anyway, the whole point is, you can see, we're actually able to touch up on the playmaking a lot and get the ball handling up. And you can see we get 14 playmaking with this, 7 defense, and 29 shooting. Now, again, I would recommend go 6'9". You're going to see the physicals aren't all that great. True, don't get me wrong. But also at 6'8", you should check this out too. So again, this is where kind of the 6'9" to 6'8" window kind of just fits in the best. You get the +2 3-pointer boost. The ball control gets way better at +5. And then also, you put yourself in play for possibly being able to get the ball control high enough for 70 ball control. Now, I wouldn't recommend to target that with this build. As you can see, I would probably recommend to go with a very long wingspan, because at the end of the day, if you have a good enough set of badges, you can have a gold brick wall on this build, set picks. The big's never going to want to switch off. The big's going to help so much. And I'm here to explain to you that 87 3-pointer with 29 shooting badges, you will be able to do a whole lot in that pick and pop set. And me personally, as a big man, I hate guarding these builds so much, especially in the 3v3. Now, don't be wrong, in 2v2, I love it because I'm able to just go and just body them for every point in the game. Now, the thing is, again, like I said, and you can pick whichever you want between these two. I would recommend probably go sharp takeover, but Listen, all I'm saying is, for those who think this is your style of play right here, the pure sharp, I am here to tell you, do not sleep on this build. This is a tough thing to deal with on 3v3. Just the range that they have on pick and pop, the speed that they have on the like slips for the pick and pop, it's so tough to deal with. The speed and just shooting ability. And when you have a true big man, like when people come out with some stupid 7-3 pure rim stuff, it is so impossible to guard this type of build. So anyway, moving along. Number 5, this is a very different type of build that I've shown so far. Now this is like a hybrid between a post scorer and an athletic finisher, and I'm here to show you what this looks like. Now with this build, I'd probably recommend to go with the speed and strength pie chart. You're not going to have very good vert. Understand, you're basically a post scorer that has really good driving dunk. So this is basically what this build is titled for. It's a pure finisher. You get 30 finishing badges. It's going to be very premium that you have all 30. You're going to really want all of them. Now I would recommend to focus more on the defensive aspect of this. If you're gonna be an inside big, you do not want to be a defensive liability, because that's also what you kind of are there for. Now, this build, is it the best? Not really, but you're gonna see there's a lot of stuff you can do with this. Now, I'm here to tell you, you need to have 82 post moves, or it actually might be a little bit lower than that, but I believe it's 82 for having slash or takeover, even at 6'11 with this build. Now, at 6'11, you can still get actually enough driving dunk to get the contact dunks. So anyway, you end up with 6 playmaking, 13 defense, and 30 finishing. Now you're gonna see I touched the post moves up 1, went to 6'11, went just enough down in the weight to get my driving dunk to 85. Now you can see we get 95 standing dunk, 95 post hook as well with this. Max wingspan, you're gonna see, boom, slash takeover is not in the equation. Now I'm going to come back out here, take the post move down 1 to 82, and put that into pass accuracy. And now you're going to see this build at 6'11. Pretty insane that this can actually get slash takeover at 6'11. That's so wild to me. So anyway, you're going to see 93 wingspan again. Now you can get slash takeover on this big man build. Now, again, it works as a screen setter. It works as a post scorer. You can isolate with it. You can just take it on your own, get the hop dunks and all that stuff. It's very tough to deal with this build. Now, again, you can't shoot, so keep that in mind. The playmaking isn't the most premium thing, but it's basically like taking my main build that I'm talking to you guys about, the slash defender, and basically just adding more height to it and just kind of turning it more into a post score variant rather than a good screen setting, mobile, lob catcher kind of play initiator. It's just taking a little bit of the screen setting ability and just turning it into more of a post scorer, if you will. So anyway, extra kind of like little extra credit build that I'm showing you guys here. This is like a true post score. So you're gonna see we go finishing and shooting. I want to show you what this build is capable of. So the thing about the shooting badges is there's a lot of things like green machine and just like hot start and stuff like that. There's a lot of shooting badges that pertain to your post scoring and the hooks and fades and stuff. Obviously there's deep fades as well. I would recommend take free throw down and then take barely any ticks on mid-range down as well. But you're not going to use free throw obviously if you're making this a park build, so keep that in mind. Even though you'd want the shooting badges, you don't need a lot of them, but to have them on Hall of Fame, the ones that you do want, would be big time. Now, the tough thing to figure out about this build is that you obviously want post moves, so we're going to try our best to get 10 finishing badges, or 10 defensive badges, and put the rest into post moves. So you're going to see we end up with 69 post moves. In my opinion, that's a decent amount, enough. If you want to take away from a couple more things just to get more post moves, understood. But anyway, I would probably recommend to make this build 7-3. The thing about this build is you have to commit. I would never touch the 3v3 court with this build, just so you are aware. This is definitely a strictly 2v2 or 1v1 court build. Simple as that. I just want to give you guys some variety to the new people who are making builds on 2K20, just to kind of give you an idea for what everything looks like. But anyway, that is all for the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on them noties, all that good stuff. If you made it to the end of the video, put takeover in the comments as well as like I did on yesterday's vid. I appreciate all the subs who have kind of tuned into these videos too, and shout out to all the new people. Again, if you want to sub, if you're new, feel free to, and drop a like. But again, for all my subs who are bearing through the kind of content like this, which is more targeted to the new people, to the game, new viewers, kind of to bring in new subscribers as well, I appreciate y'all sticking with this, because I know this isn't the most entertaining content, especially for my own subscribers, but like I said, for all the new people, I want to lead them in the right direction, put 2K in the right path, and just kind of keep everything, you know, keep all the noobs kind of situated right. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like I said, for all the new people, I really hope you enjoy 2K as well. I love the game. I know a lot of people decide to kind of talk down on it quite a bit and say that it's not good, but I think if you pick any of these 5 builds or 6 builds that I've shown you, you will enjoy the game. It's just keep in mind the play style that you have as a player needs to fit some of these builds. But anyway, other than that, like I said, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, put takeover in the comments if you made it to the end of the video. And other than that, take it easy, man. Peace.